And the first video to show a well, at least on a large scale on MTV was Michael Jackson, if I'm mistaken, Billie Jean in 1984. He was like the first, I know, big time successful black artist that actually sustained full popularity on MTV. So you kind of show that kind of shows you how much things have changed throughout the years. Um, you know, today you got people in love with a correct me if I'm wrong, hermaphrodite, Lady Gaga. So I mean, things have changed a lot since I was growing up. MTV got started August 1st, 1981, and it wasn't until like what 84, 85 until they actually had like a big major, if any, I guess, black on MTV. So I mean, that show you that it changed. Time have changed a lot. Um, Try to see who found it. The guy who started MTV was born December 28th, 1953, and he was 57-year-old Jackson, Mississippi. Of all places, that show you, I guess, like the old saying goes, uh, big thing come in small packages. You think the guy who started MTV might came from California or New York or what the heck, Atlanta or Louisiana, I mean New Orleans or something like that, or Las Vegas, but he from Jackson, Mississippi, of all places. No offense to people in Jackson, Mississippi, but again, Mississippi is one of the home state of the blues, and without the blues, you won't actually really have rock and roll, at least to at least to what we know it is as of today. So you don't got to become a bit, you don't have to come from a big fancy area to get respect. Just you not too much of your surrounding, not always your surrounding. So, and I just like to know what y'all think about MTV today now with all of the reality shows. Which I got nothing wrong with all the reality shows, the Life and Times of J.R. Berger or something like that. Um, some of the new rock group Paramore, Jersey Shore, and you see in the lower background, you see Snooki. Anybody thinks she a hamster or something like that. She looked pretty good to be that short. Um, you know, MTV now should be called reality TV or TV, not MTV. But I mean, it's still some music. But like I said, you got to sleep like 1 o'clock at night, and I mean, come on, you got to sleep sometime. Um, if I have my way, I think they should start playing music video from like 5 o'clock to about 2 o'clock. Then if they have to start on TV shows, do it after 2 o'clock. And that's my opinion. Or go back like how to go back to what they used to do back in the '90s. To me, I think that was the best time for MTV. At least how they did it, everything. I want to say music wise, but for as how they did it, it was real good. Um, I think for creativity wise, I don't think it will never be in the 1980s. That like a one time thing only. I mean, like I do not see that happening anytime soon. I just do not see it happening anytime soon. Um, I was looking at some of the videos from like the Sugar Cubes, YouTube, Sugar Cube birthday, YouTube, New Year Day. Um, Let me see, Tears for Fears, advice for a young at heart. If I didn't got that title wrong, like for example, the '90s, you had Prodigy, Firestarter, Crystal Method, uh, 311 when they first got out real big with Transistor, all of that stuff. Craig Mack, Return to Mack, stuff that was like the 90s. You had Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., that type of stuff. MC Hammer, late 80s, early 90s. Kathy Dennis, Debbie Gibson, late 80s, and early 90s. You had Prince. I like his late 80s, early 90s stuff the best. Um, 2000, I would have to say Monish Mouse, Christina Aguilera, even though she got started in the late 90s. I went to her concert back in 2007, the Candyman tour. I guess Lady Gaga. I cannot believe. Okay, Lady Gaga. A lot of the music today is good, but I think every generation got good points. Every generation got a bad point. Uh, like Adam Lambert, he like gay for the 2000 and for the 1980s and for a good part of the 90s. You had Boy George. One of his favorite, one of his songs he did I like the best was the Crying Game. And there was a soundtrack to a movie, if I'm mistaken, called The Crying Game. And they're one of the best soundtracks I think I ever heard. And like I said, every decade got a feel to it. The time period, political times and stuff like that. So I just want to know what your opinion, how you think music is going today. Is it better? Is it the same? Um, I think music pretty much still about like years like we were from '97 until now. I know this sound crazy. I know this year was 2011. I'm not trying to say like today music sound like it did back in '98, but you kind of go back before '97, especially the '80s. You're not going to hear '80s type of music, not like that. I mean, you got people who could imitate it or try to copy it, but not going to be like that again. Like look at some of the videos they had in the '80s. It's just like you got to be joking, right? I mean, like people just used to look at it like ain't nothing. Like now it's like wow. Um, so just give me your opinion about what you think music is going to. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? The future of MTV and like that. Uh, what year were you born? If anybody, to my understanding, was born between 1975 to 82 years apart of the MTV generation. Let me see if I could do a little research on that for you. MTV. MTV. And I just want to hear everybody's views about it. I mean, every generation always better by the other generation. You know, okay, MTV's generation, the origin described the team that dominate the ratings. The phrase comes from they were 1981. Children of the 80s who Children of the 80s will henceforth be known as the MTV generation as early as October the 13th, 1984. Um, it kind of mixed up. It kind of mixed in with the Generation X thing they've been talking about for the longest, and pretty soon, I think Generation Y gonna kick in pretty soon. And to my understanding, if you're in Generation X, you got to be born from 1961 to 81. That's my understanding. And have a tendency to change lots depending who you talk to. A generation is a generation defined as though born after the baby boom ended, where there is no universal time frame. It's usually the terms usually include people who were born in the '60s and the '70s, and in the late '70s and early '80s. Usually no later than 1982, so I was born in '78. So, I just want to hear just everybody's views about this. Where MTV is going. I wish I could get more information about that.
Oh, yeah, I had to get AT&T here for my data plan. Ouch, my nationwide 4G plan's only $10 a month. Look, sometimes you just gotta pay more to be slower. Makes sense if you don't think about it. Yeah, for just
So,
T-Mobile gives you high-speed internet on the go on America's largest 4G network. T-Mobile, step up to nationwide 4G.
yeah. So, I just want to hear everybody opinion, views about where music is going and where it's going to lead to in the next couple of years. In case you were about in the year 2012. So, I just want to leave you with this image of MTV, and I want to hear your views and comments. Thank you.